It's time for our Monday special Midcap Mania with Nigel D'Souza as always. So let's go straight to him. Nigel, what is on your radar today?
Well, Sonia, the company that we're going to be talking about is Universal Cables. Remember, it's an MP Bidla Group company, and in fact, now it's being run by Mr. Lodha as well. If you take a look at it, what does the company do? They're into EHV, that's extra high voltage cables segment, and in fact, it's been a turnaround of sorts, and that's why the company did catch my eye. Now, if you just take a look at what they've been doing in the last few years, they had numerous years of loss making, and then in last year they made a profit of close to around 20 crores approximately. So that was the reason why in fact the company did come on my radar. And if you take a look at what they've done at the halfway mark, they've done what they did in the entire of last year. So they did around 19 crores in the last year, and now at the halfway mark they've done 19 crores. Remember, since it was loss making, so they have some kind of tax write back that they're seeing owing to all those accumulated losses. First half of the year as well has been good. We have a growth on the top line, margins have expanded, finance cost is lower, and as I told you, the profitability number at around 19 crores, that's backed up by close to around 6 crores of tax write back owing to the losses that we've been seeing over the last few years then. Moving on, then if you just take a look at the company, and in fact, if you take a look at what they've been doing, the debt has fallen down. That's the net debt has fallen down from around 340 crores to around 280 crores. That's of September 2016. So debt reduction is something that the company has been focusing on as well, but it's a rather large debt of around 300 crores or thereabouts, 280 crores. Their holdings in Vindhya Telelinks is at around 29%. That equates to 225 crores, and they have holdings even in Birla Corp. Put that together, they have holdings in companies worth around 246 crores. This is the listed company holdings that I'm talking about. Now, if you just take a look at it, if you take a holding company discount of around 50%, the market cap is 320 crores. Holding company discount, taking that into consideration, it comes at around 120 crores. The core market cap, if you're considering that 50% holding company discount, then in fact will be at around 200 crores. At the half year mark, they've done around 18 crores. The seasonal factor plays out for these cables companies. So the second half of the year is normally better. For the full year, assuming that they do around 30 crores, then in fact the company is trading at roughly around 6.5 to around 7 times. So it's still not very expensive. Keep in mind, the stock has had a big run in this year itself. Now, if you take a look at the promoter holding, it's at around 62% stake, but also they are subscribed to all their rights issues. So in the last year, that's as of September 2015, owing to subscription of the rights issues, it's gone up by close to around 10%. That's the holding in the company as well. So that's really about the promoter holding and how the shareholding does stack up. So rather interesting company. We've been seeing that demand has been coming in for these extra high voltage cables, and that's why it did come on my radar. Now the power generation capacity, this is from the audit report, that's up by 50%, but transmission, that is up by, it's been lagging. So that's one of the positives, one of the opportunities they see going ahead. They've also said that the Uday scheme will help in turnaround of discoms. If they turn around and SEBs turn around, we'll see demand coming back for these extra high voltage cables. Two key players, one is KEI, and the leader in the pack is Universal Cables as well. So these are interesting statements that are coming out of the audit report. A rather interesting company. And if you take a look at what are the risks, then material cost has been going up. We've been talking about copper costs going up. That will be one of the raw materials. We have competition as well in this segment because there are two big players, and in fact at some point of time we had some imports as well that were coming in, so that could be another risk. And in fact there's competition in this space as well. Interesting company. It's run up a goodish bit, but just the turnaround story is something that caught my eye. Back to you.
Okay, Nigel, thanks a lot for that. Standard disclaimer, this is not a stock recommendation, just some important for internals that Nigel looked at, but the market is